All right, but listen, ladies and gentlemen, we got some more information here, some more news. Last night, Riot Games made a tweet, and we're gonna take a look at it right here. Riot Games made a tweet at 6:03 p.m., January 22nd, 2024, and they stated saying minutes ago, we shared an important update with writers about the future of Riot Games. Here's what these changes mean for our games and what players can expect from us going forward. So Riot made a post here on Twitter and with a link saying that right there. And well, it was quite interesting because what does this mean? Like what is happening? I'm not going to read all of this. I could read all of this, but I already read it all. So let me give you a little bit of a rundown of what this exactly means. Again, Riot Games, if you don't know who they are, which I mean, maybe you're just having a brain lag or something. Riot Games is the team behind the people who made Arcane on Netflix. They made League of Legends. They made Valorant, Team Fight Tactics, whatever the heck other games they got, they are the ones who made it. So when they make a post saying that that here's what these changes mean for our games and what players can expect from us, that is a pretty big news. I mean, that is pretty big, like huge, right? Because like this is a massive company. So what do we got going on here? Well, just to kind of give you a little bit of a TLDR here, as we don't read the whole thing, I'll read the most important things. So the adjustments we're making aim to focus on the areas that have the greatest impact on your experience while reducing investment on things that don't. This means we're eliminating about 530 roles globally, which represents around 11% of rioters, 11% of the company, with the biggest impact to teams outside of core development. We recognize that many of you don't just care about the games you play, but also about the people who make them. So basically, and I'm actually impressed here because they even supplied the email that they sent to the people that they laid off. I mean that is honestly pretty crazy. That Riot decided to put out there, hey, here's the email. If you want to see what we sent to people, here's the email. But there's something a little extra about that. Okay. So with today's move, we're going back to putting games at the center of everything we do. And then they kind of talk about a whole bunch of different games that they have: Valorant, League of Legends, Teamfight Tactics, all those kind of games they go ahead and talk about. And basically what they say is that it's not stopping. I mean, none of them are stopping. This is not going to do anything to that. In terms of esports, music, and entertainment, nothing is really changing there. So I believe what's going to happen here is that the people that they're laying off are just going to basically make some of this stuff be a little bit slower. Okay, it's going to make it'll be a little bit slower is kind of what we're looking at here is my guess. Okay. But then it also says this: beyond live titles, we have projects in the pipeline that we can't get to you when they're ready. Project L has been making great progress, and we're looking for more opportunities for you to try out the game. Stay tuned for more updates coming later this year. Arcane Season 2 is on track for November 2024. Plus, we have a number of projects cooking in various stages of R&D. So, they are just, again, nothing is really crazy going on here. Okay, there's nothing really crazy going on here. And the LOR, Legends of Runeterra. I have no idea what that game is, or if that's even a game. I don't know. And then Riot Forge, I have no clue what that is either. So yeah, basically these two things here is that they're saying that Legends of Runeterra and Riot Forge are kind of, they're gonna kind of calm down a little bit because they've been working in a where is it? It was right here. LOR has faced financial challenges since launch, costing significantly more to develop and support than it generates. So again, just basically both of these things are probably again going to calm way down quite a bit. So then they just kind of go on to say that, hey, listen, nothing much is really changing. We're very happy that you guys support Riot Games and all this and that, blah, blah, blah. Okay. However, so I read that and I thought it was quite interesting. However, y'all make so much money you can't keep your staff. This is insane. You guys charge $60 a full price for a new game for a Valorant bundle, and that's still not enough. Where is the money going? Yeah, so it's quite interesting because the thing is that um yeah, it's quite interesting. The lore is the best thing about League of Legends, and you're gonna size down LOR and stop making Riot Forge games. Seriously? Yep. This guy literally decided to change their name to FU Riot. That's quite that's dedication right there. So this is quite interesting, right? I've seen a couple people mention this before. Hey, they're charging $60 a full price game or more for one skin or a bundle in a game like Valorant. Where is this money going? And ultimately, again, they're laying off 11% of their company. Well, it's again, I'm assuming I'm going to just go off the basis here of COVID hires. Probably COVID hires, you know, because everything blew up like crazy, including their games even more. So they hired a lot of people and they just hired way more than they needed and then laying off. But then again, it could not be COVID hires either. It could just be, I don't know, them laying off 11% of their company just because. Most people didn't bother reading. 6 months of severance pay, 100% of their annual performance bonus, and access to a company laptop for home. When I was laid off, I had 0-day notice and no severance pay, exceptionally bad news, but they're handling it better than most companies. Wait, cash bonus? Will offer a cash bonus equal to 100% of everyone's individual 2023 annual performance bonus targets, even if rioters joined within the last year. Severance pay, health benefits, equal to the length of the severance pay. So you have health benefits for 6 months. Let's see. So we're offering an additional $1,000 or local equivalent to cover these and other types of expenses. What? Plan future expenses that would normally be okay. Interesting. So wait, where's the computer? A laptop is an essential part of finding new work. So after returning their work computers, writers will have the option to request a laptop from IT if they didn't have one at home. They can keep their current peripherals like their headset, mouse, and keyboard. So when do they have to give this laptop back? But I mean, that's really cool though, still, man. Like if you didn't buy a laptop, you can get a laptop from Riot, and they'll be able to help find your thing, right? You know, like that's quite interesting. That's really cool, actually. Really cool. However, I did see some more posts. Now I seen 2 of these. Let's go take a look at, no, not that. This right here. No, we didn't know. Most of us are now waiting for the emails about our individual statuses. Riot Games lead influencer manager, you know, like, okay, interesting, right? I got word that I'm safe. So here's the thing. I seen a couple posts similar to this where people did not know if they were being laid off or not. They never got the email yet, which I find quite interesting. Okay, I find quite fascinating that Riot Games tweets out that they're doing this before the people even know. So now they did they did get an email within the next like 2-3 hours from that post going out from Riot Games Twitter, but it's still, you know, a little interesting that they put that post out there and then people are like, yeah, well, I had no idea that this was happening. Now we got to wait for individual status updates. Like, hey, did I get fired or did I not? So, yeah, quite interesting here. But I did see that a couple times. So I thought again that's interesting. Riot Games laying off over 560 or 530 employees, something like that, which is 11% of their company. Very, very wild.